to Pharma CiMi.CON 2017 in Berlin. I'm standing here with Oliver Pou from Sanofi, Spain.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for taking the time.
You're welcome.
Oliver, could you briefly introduce yourself and tell us about your position at Sanofi?
Yeah, well, as he said, my name is Oliver Pou. I'm from Barcelona. Right now, my position changed a little bit from a while ago, but I'm right now the head of the market research or CMI business in Spain, and we are still dealing with Portugal for the OTC business. Previously, I was managing the generics and the established products business in Spain and Portugal.
Okay. Can you briefly tell us about the role that competitive and market intelligence is playing at Sanofi, and how is it organized?
Well, it's a good question because we make a change slightly, I think a year and a half ago, because before our role was more as a business partner. We're seen as a business partner. We were outside the business, and it was good in some ways, but this was not that good in others, and I will explain myself, because we switched now to be more integrated to the business unit. And I think that's better because now we have more presence on the team, better relationship, better discussions. Before we were in different floors on the company, and right now we are, standing just next to the marketing team, that is some of our stakeholders, next to trade, next to sales, and I think that makes what I think that the team better, right? Because we can talk to each other, we see each other, we see the faces. Was not more like the phone calls, and it's better because I think the CI plays a very key role in the pharmaceutical environment. I think before it was important as well, but because also the stakeholders or the clients were more the physicians, and now it's all about patients. It's patient centricity, and whoever talks better with patients is us, because we can manage to talk to them. We can get the trends. We can then take point of view, and that's seen very important from the company as well. I think any company in the pharma, it's now focused on patients, and to get those patients information, they have to work with the CI or CMI, market research. It has different names, but we are the ones who translate what's going on the market with patients to more actionable things with marketing and sales or trade.
All right. So, following up on that, if I ask you in what way can CI and MI add value to a business, what is your answer?
Well, at the end, it's more about understanding the business. And I think if you are close to the business and you understand that marketing is facing some challenges with how to manufacture the product, and you understand that, you then can help them in other stuff that you don't feel is that important. But if you both face and together face that challenge, then the others, when you have to give him some analysis, I think that makes you very important for them at the same time, because it's related, and sometimes people doesn't feel that it's related, but it's related to see if they are facing things with regulations, and I'm aware of that. I will do my analysis much better with them knowing that we have that regulation issue than just telling them some analysis. It's the way of how you work with them, to be honest, how I think we can add more value to what we do.
Okay. And when it comes to the keyword data overkill, how do you handle the information overflow? Which tools, process, or methods can help?
Well, at the end, it changes, because every day as the technology, it goes very, very fast. What we do right now, we just set up some analyses that we have to analyze every month or every quarter, and we set up those together, and we use some internal tools to gather the information from partners, because I love to say partners instead of vendors or providers. I think they are partners. We use that information, we put it, and then we analyze it, and we give it to them. And the rest, to be honest, is every 3-4 months changes, because also we have best practices with other business units within the company or other companies, and we share best practices, and we invite people from other, from fast-moving consumer goods, from car industry, to understand how they do it, and we apply it the same way with our restrictions, with our problems because pharma is always much more structured, but we use this way.
Okay. Yesterday you moderated Challenge Your Peers roundtable.
Yep.
So how did you challenge your peers? What did you discuss?
Well, at the end, it was easy because we all face the same challenges, and the way is just to share with them that challenge. It was a bit tough because my topic was about big data and how the environment, real world data, and we all face the same problems, and it's about regulations. But what I always try to say, and we saw here very interesting in some of the presentations that we saw, arguing or saying no, it's impossible because regulation doesn't allow us, is not the way, because sooner or later regulation is going to be gone or is going to change, and we need to be prepared. It's as we said, Uber was not, when I arrived to Spain because I was living outside, I said Uber is not going to work. It's working now. It took time, it took a lot of conflicts between taxi drivers, the government, etc. But I think for us in the pharma industry will be the same. And we try not to focus on that discussion, on my peer discussion, but was a little bit like that, but I think was very interesting.
Okay, great. And at Sanofi, how do you bring big data from consumer insights to competitive intelligence?
Well, I mean, at the end, what we do is, I think we are not really that much different of any other pharmaceutical company of what I've been listening. But what we do is speaking with customers, with patients on the way, doing primary research, secondary research with big data. Also now with social media, we try to get as much information as possible, and we share with the team. And at the end, it's not only CI or marketing or trade. We always try to. I think that's one of the differences. We try to gather information from all the units or all the colleagues at the company. I mean, sometimes legal teams, they can help you as well. Sometimes people from quality, that we have a very good department in Spain, for example, they can help you. They can bring you some ideas that you can use, and because they have to work in a warehouse in the middle of Spain, for example, they can bring you something that you can use and apply to your trade team. And I think that's the way to discuss. And another idea that is here, and we are now trying to implement, is that our reps that go to the field, that they are my eyes, the company eyes, and we need to have that relationship with them as well, to feedback, to understand what they see, because sometimes you feel, I see something that is not important. Who says it's not important? Just tell me, and we will see sooner or later if it's important or not. And if it's important, perfect. And it's not important, perfect as well. It's just to be like this, that relationship.
So one last question. You've attended the icebreaker session on Sunday. You've 1.5 days behind you now. So
Yep.
What is your impression so far?
Well, to be honest, I'm very happy. And as I said to your colleagues several times, I'm quite impressed the way that we work. All the presentations, the mix between pharma and also some of our partners, etc. I think it's very interesting. But to highlight one, I think today's, one of your colleagues said today, I think the coffee things that we had before lunch and after lunch that we are going to have now, I think are the best. And I'm looking now for the next ones because I have some mails to answer, but I will not answer them. And I will go to those events more than sometimes, it's about priorities, but I love those, and I think it's very well organized. Yeah.
Okay, that's great to hear. All right, thank you very much for your time, for the interesting insights, and hope you're going to enjoy the rest of the conversations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys.